cut like this?
If you can cut paper like that.
Okay, if you can actually cut with a bread knife that easy, with a hatchet that easy, okay. Recycled razor blades that cut like that.
Got a knife on you?
Sure do.
Whip it out.
Well, just set it on top of stuff. I don't care.
It won't do that.
All right, so we
Yeah.
do this.
It won't do that.
We do that.
Are you
And
sure
that.
you want to?
All right. So let's see. Okay, you got a little bit of an inside radius, outside radius, and the point. So it's not very sharp at all. Let's see. Okay, if I coax it and saw, it'll cut. Oh, that's kind of quick.
If she's been through hell.
Like that. So I'm going to run it through the V-notch lightly. And so let's do it this way. When I say lightly, I'm talking about just the weight of the knife or possibly a little less than the weight of the knife. That's kind of hard steel. It takes about 15 of these through there like that to cut enough metal off of the blade that it's starting to fit that V, but you're not going to see a bunch of metal on the table. There is a bunch of metal on the table because I cut this one down this morning to 15 degrees on each side, so it would cut. Now we just do this. Let's check and see if it's
You're not running out of paper.
better. Okay, that's better. There's no question. That's already like really more gooder. So we just do this, go right on around. Once you have the knife sharp, do little tune-ups and don't ever let it get dull again. Even if you have one of the larger ones that has a bottle opener in the handle, it's got the V-notch, the open face, straight line, corner, carbide. I use those straight line corners, which is the hardest metal on earth, to do that, okay? And you put it back together, and if you happen to be a person who likes root beer, I can help you if you have an emergency and need to get the top off of root beer.
The
So
problem
if,
I've had with that one is the tip seems to always obviously wear out the fastest.
yeah, okay, so it would be just like that. Well, you must use it more than the rest of the knife. That's the only reason that it gets duller faster at the tip. And another reason possibly is if you get your knife too sharp, it'll be so thin at the cutting edge that it won't hold an edge very good. So you do have to stop before it's absolutely razor sharp, or you're going to have your knife so sharp, so thin that it won't hold an edge. So let's see if that's better. Okay, that's really not too bad. We're going to quit before it's as sharp as that's sharp enough. If it'll stick and won't move till it takes the fingernail off, and out there we need just a little bit more. All right, so we'll do this. And I'm running about 12 to 15 degrees right now.
Okay.
Just like that. And I'm pressing a little harder. It is actually really hard steel. It's not a cheap knife.
No,
Yeah, it sure wasn't. Yeah.
it's very hard to sharpen.
I had a guy here earlier, and I don't know, he said his knife was really expensive, but wouldn't let me touch it. And then he was telling me how he cuts 10 gauge wire at work, copper wire with it. And I said, well, I'll tell you right now, if you're actually cutting 10 gauge wire with your pocket knife, I'm certainly not going to hurt it by doing this.
Right.
But he wouldn't let me touch it, so I don't know. Okay, that's good enough. It is just barely, let me look. That's not good enough. Well, I'm stubborn. So we're going to put a little more pressure on it. And that is hard steel. I mean, that's hard steel. Just like that. And if I compress as hard as I am on my tungsten carbide V-notch corners and not have it catch the blade, that's really hard. What kind of steel is that, do you know?
I do not.
Cold, hard steel.
Cold, hard steel. All right, it's on there. You guys read it. All right, so we're going to put a little pressure on it. See if I can just, yeah, I can cut it. Just like that. But I do have to put more pressure on it than normal. I've been pussyfooting around with it, thinking it wasn't that hard of steel. So, just like that.
I've been learning to
And a little bit more. It's got just a little bit of a flat on it. What do you do where you cut like this a lot with that much of the blade? Because it is definitely really a lot
A
duller.
little bit of everything when it comes to bone and hunting and
Okay, so mainly
wood.
processing.
I mean, that one goes through hell, but it's my good knife.
Yeah,
We use it to open hay.
Open
yeah,
hay.
yeah, bales.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's 10 worlds of difference.
tremendous.
All right, let's do just one more.
Hey, everyone, just one more time.
Just one more time, just like that, like that. One thing I don't ever do with my customers, I never lie about, oh yeah, that's sharp, you know, that did this, that did that, you know, oh, that's sharp, and it's not. I don't do that. But that's sharp. That was fast. That's good. So if you just